when y'all were, evangelizing to Jewish people, do you have kind of just some experiences that you've had doing that? Maybe some stories you could share on that?
I do have stories, but I want to share a story of someone who, well, I guess, I was involved, but who originally heard the gospel from a Christian.
Mhm.
Because I think a lot of Christians are very intimidated to share with a Jewish person. And so I want to, destigmatize that a little bit. It's not as scary as you think.
Right.
One, because of what I already shared about that a lot of Jewish people have a lot less knowledge of the scriptures than Christians might assume. So don't be intimidated. I've heard Christians say, like, I could never share with a Jewish person. They have the whole Bible memorized. And I'm like, trust me, they don't. Like, that would be very unusual.
Right.
Many Jewish people, just like many Christians, you meet Christians all the time who are,
Yeah.
they've been to church one time on Easter, but, they
Yes.
really would know quite a minimal amount about their own faith. Uh, but I'll tell you about a friend of mine who was, working, in a restaurant, and someone came in and just saw, they had, some, Hebrew some is the news in Israel on TV in Hebrew, and this person came in and started actually, the person just came in, like, to use the restroom, right? A Christian person, but saw the Hebrew on the TV and just said, "Wow, I really love the Jewish people." And this friend of mine was shocked. And a lot of Christians do not realize that a lot of Jewish people have heard and think that Christians hate Jews. And like, oh, they hate us because they blame us for killing Jesus. And there are Christians, that do have, really terrible, rhetoric like that. So it's not to say it doesn't exist, but there's also a lot of Christians who deeply, deeply love the Jewish people and are so, grateful to the Jewish people for, writing the Bible and for, bringing the Messiah and all these things.
Right.
And a lot of times a Jewish person is like totally in shock to hear to hear a Christian say, I love the Jewish people, I pray for the Jewish people, I'm so thankful for the Jewish people. That to them would be um completely against what they've ever heard about
Mhm.
Christians. And that is a extremely powerful witness. And so this friend of mine, started a conversation with this guy. Like, "Really? I thought, Christians hate Jews. I thought that, you guys hate us for killing your Christ," and this guy then was able to share the gospel with him, and then they struck up a friendship, and, over time, he connected this guy with, a Jewish ministry, which is how I ended up meeting him, and then he, came to faith a number of months later. That's what actually we see a lot in Jews for Jesus. We see a lot of times where God used a Christian to plant a seed in a Jewish person's life, and then they'll come to us. We get people on our website. We have a live chat on our website, and we get people on our website every day of the year, Jewish people that will come on and say like, "I'm so drawn to Jesus, and I don't know why, and I have so many questions. Am I the only Jewish person in the world who is asking questions about
Yeah.
Jesus?" And then we're there, Christians plant the seed, and then we're there to sort of water the seed and say, "No, you're not alone. Well, you can have support on this journey. There's other Jewish people who've walked through this. We know what it's like to tell your family, and we know what it's like to navigate some of the questions that Jewish people have."
Yeah, for sure. That's an encouragement, I think, to all Christians to, never be afraid to share the gospel. I mean, I heard someone say that if you know enough of the gospel, if you know the gospel, you know enough to share.